Hello friends, welcome in today's lecture. In the last lecture, we saw the swing components. In that we saw first image icon, then JLabels and JTextField swing component. Now in this lecture, we study about JTextArea component and JComboBox swing component. First see what is the JTextArea. JTextArea is used to display a plain text in multi-line. Means in the JTextArea we can display multiple lines at a time, but in the JTextField we only add a single line. The AWT text area deals with the scrolling, but JTextArea does not manage the scrolling. Means AWT supports the scrolling, but JTextArea does not support the scrolling. But a JTextArea can be placed inside a JScrollPan. So the main use of a JTextArea is to display a multiple line message onto the text area. Now see some constructors of the JTextArea. There are 6 constructors of the JTextArea. First constructor is JTextArea having no parameter. This constructor is used to create a new empty JTextArea. Means JTextArea, this constructor creates a text area, but it has been an empty text area. Second constructor is JTextArea having parameter string text. This constructor creates a text area initialized with the specified text. Means initially we can assign a text onto the text area. So second constructor is used to create a text area with specified text. That means initially we can specify the text into the text area. The third constructor is JTextArea. The parameter is int_rows and int_column. This constructor creates a new empty JTextArea with specified number of rows and columns. Means the third constructor also create a empty text area, but this text area specified with number of rows and number of columns. So third constructor having the parameter is int_row, it is nothing but number of rows, and int_column, it is the number of columns. The fourth constructor is JTextArea. Parameter is this constructor having 3 parameters. First is string text, second is int_row, and third is int_column. This constructor creates an empty text area with specified string, number of columns and number of rows. Means this constructor creates a text area with specified text in it, also number of columns and number of rows specified to the text area. The fifth constructor is JTextArea document doc. The fifth constructor creates a empty text area, means it creates a empty text area with specified document model. So fifth constructor is JTextArea document doc. This constructor creates a empty text area with specified document model. The sixth constructor is JTextArea document doc string text int_rows and int_columns. The sixth constructor having 4 parameters. First is document doc string text int_rows and int_columns. This constructor creates a new text area with initially text specified in the text area and also number of rows and number of columns in specified document model. These 6 are the constructors of the JText area. First text area is simply create a empty text area. Second constructor is create a text area with initialized or specified text. Third constructor creates a text area. It is an empty text area with specified number of rows and number of columns. Means third constructor creates a empty text area with specified number of rows and number of columns. The fourth constructor having parameter is 3 parameter: string text, int rows and int columns. This constructor creates a text area with specified text, number of rows, number of columns. Means the fourth constructor initially specified text, number of rows and number of columns. The fifth constructor creates an empty text area with specified document model. And sixth constructor having 4 parameter, it creates a text area with initially string specified into the initially text specified, also number of rows and number of columns also is specified in specified document model. These 6 are the constructors of the JText area. Now see one example of the JText area. See, this is an example of the JText area. First import the 2 packages, import javax.swing.star and import java.awt.star. After that, create a class JText area demo extends JFrame. Here we use the frame. So here the class extends with the JFrame. Here for creating a frame, use a type by extending the frame class. To create a frame window having 2 types, by extending the frame class or create an instance of the frame class. Here we use by extending the frame class. So at the time of in the main, we create an object of the class name instead of the JFrame. Means in that program we create a object of the class name JText area demo. First create a class JText area demo extend JFrame. In that create JText area TA is an object of the JText area and JFrame F is an object of the JFrame. After that create a constructor JText area demo. In that create an object of the container city is equal to get content pan. Then using a set layout, set the layout of the frame. Here we use the flow layout. The city, it is an object of the container city dot set layout new flow layout. Then create a text area object of text area TA is equal to new text area. This text area having 3 parameters. First is string, second parameter is int row and third parameter is int column. It is nothing but the number of rows and number of columns. And the string is, this is a text area, /n means it goes to the next line and the next line display without scroll bar. This constructor having 3 parameters. First is string, it is nothing but the text, 20 is number of rows and 20 is number of columns. After that here we use the set bound. Set bound method is used to set the position of the component. ta.setBound and setBound having 4 parameters. After that ct.addTA. This add method is used to add the component that is JTextArea component to the container. So add method is used. After the add the component into the container, in the main method create an object of the class, because here we extend the JFrame. Here we can class is extended with the frame. So here in the main method we create an object of the class JTextAreaDemo FD is equal to new JTextAreaDemo. Then using the setTitle method, set the title of the frame. FD, it is an object of the class FD.setTitle. It is nothing but the name of the frame. Demonstrate text area. Then setSize method is used to set the size of the frame window. It is nothing but the parameter is height and width. After that, setDefaultClose operation method is used. This method is used to close the frame window, and the parameter is JFrame.ExitOnClose. This method close the frame window. And setVisible method is used to visible the frame window. By default, the frame window is invisible. So setVisible method is used to visible the frame window. And having parameter is Boolean value. It is in a true or false. True means it is visible and false means it is invisible. After that, save the code JTextAreaDemo.java. Then first compile the code. Javac program name JTextArea. JTextAreaDemo.java. It is successfully compiled. Then run the code. Java program name JTextAreaDemo. Here, this is an output of the JTextArea. Here, size of the frame window is 300 into 300. Then title of the frame is demonstrate text area. Here the title of the frame. Here text area messages. This is text area without scroll bar, and number of rows is 20 and number of column will be 20. This is text area without scroll bar. The message is displayed initially in the text area because we pass the initial message in the program. This is a text area without scroll bar. So this message is displayed into the text area at the time of the run the program. This is a sample example of the JTextAreaDemo. Now next see the JComboBox. Next see the JComboBox Swing component. Swing provides the JComboBox class that creates a combo box. Means the combo box is a combination of the text field and the drop down list. By default, it shows the drop down list box that allows user to select one item, but user can also type his selection into the text field. So JComboBox, it is a combination of the text field and the drop down list. That's why the user can select one item at a time, but also user can type his selection into the text field. The JComboBox is a subclass of the JComponent class. So JComboBox, it is a subclass of the JComponent class. Next see the constructors of the JComboBox. JComboBox having two constructors. First is J combo box, and second constructor is J combo box having one parameter vector object. The first constructor is J combo box having no parameter. This constructor creates an empty combo box. And second constructor is J combo box. The parameter is vector obj. So this constructor fills the vector item into the combo box. These two are the constructors of the J combo box. The item can be added manually into the combo box by using the add item method. Means the J combo box use the add item method to add the item into the combo box. The syntax is void add item in bracket object obj. It is nothing but the item name. These two are the constructors of the J combo box, and add item method is used to add the items into the combo box. And the main use of J combo box is to display a drop down list, and combo box is the combination of the text field and the drop down list. Now see one example of the J combo box. See here, this is an example of the J combo box. First, here import the two packages, import javax.swing.star and import java.awt.star. After that, create a class JComboBoxDemo extends JFrame. Here also we use the frame JFrame. Then create a constructor JComboBoxDemo. In that, create an object of the container CT is equal to getContentMan. Then using the set layout, set the layout of the frame window. After that, create a label, that is JLabel. Object is JL1 is equal to new JLabel, and the string is select country. This statement creates a label. After that, create a combo box. J combo box, the object is JC is equal to new J combo box. This statement creates a combo box. Now using the add method, we add the items into the combo box. So here we use the object of the combo box, that is JC dot add item, and the item name is India. So at the time of the execution of this statement, the item India is added into the combo box. After that, same for we add multiple items into the combo box using the add item. JC, it is an object of the J combo box dot add item France. JC dot add item Japan, and JC dot add item America. These four items added into the J combo box. So simply add item is used to add the item into the combo box. After that, we add the label JL1 into the container using the container object dot add JL1. CT, it is an object of the container dot add JL1. JL1, it is an object of the JLabel. Then next, also J combo box component add into the container CT dot add JC. After that, here set bound method is used to set the position of the label and also set the position of the J combo box. Then in the main method, create an object of the class, because the class is extends JFrame. So here create an object of the class J combo box. Object is FD is equal to new J combo box demo. Then set title method is used to set the title of the frame. Set size method is used to set the size of the frame window. 300, 300, it is nothing but the height and width of the frame window. After that, set default close operation method is used to close the frame window, and set visible method is used to visible the frame window. After that, save the code jcombobox demo.java, then run the code. First compile the code, javac, program name jcombobox.java. After that, run the code, java, program name jcombobox demo. See here, this is an output of our program. Select country, it is nothing but the label, and it is a combo box having 4 items: India, France, Japan, America. jcombo box having drop down list. So these are the items added into the combo box: India, France, Japan, America. And select country, it is a label. This is a sample program of the jcombo box.